One thing is for sure that when you are in a house, different kinds of property, you will be able to put them in different rooms. For example, for a bed, you'll put it in the bedroom, the cooker in the kitchen, the TV in the sitting room. So that is what we are going to look at today. So we're looking at different types of rooms in our houses. So welcome to this channel, and in today's lesson we are looking at Wohnung. Wohnung is the apartment. For sure, you will be able to put everything in order in your house. For every room, there is particular things that you will be able to put in. So that is what we're going to look at in this lesson. A room in German is called das Zimmer. Das Zimmer is a room. So we have different kinds of rooms in our apartment. For example, when you're renting out, you need to know exactly the kind of room that you will need, the kind of apartment that you will need. So that is why we're looking at the different kinds of rooms in our house. So the first one is Der Flur. This is not particularly a room, but it's a part of the apartment. So Der Flur is corridor. You'll find a word which has Wetze. Wetze is a combination of the Toilette, das Waschbecken. The toilet is a toilet, and then the Waschbecken is a sink. So you have a toilet with a sink, and then the other room that will be separate will be a bath. So we're looking at Wetze. It's a combination which is die Toilette and das Waschbecken, and anything else that they want to include. Okay, so that is, let's say it's a room. Das Wohnzimmer is living or sitting room. So in the living room or sitting room, you have a TV, that is a Fernseher, you have Sessel, which is an armchair, you have a different, das Sofa, that is what you have in the Zimmer. Die Küche. Die Küche is kitchen. Die Küche is kitchen. The kitchen is a place where you will find a fridge, you'll find a cooker, you'll find cupboards where you keep your utensils. It is a great place, it's a great area for keeping or cooking your favorite foods. Schlafzimmer. Das Schlafzimmer is your bedroom. So Schlafzimmer comes from schlafen, from the verb schlafen, to sleep. So to sleep plus Zimmer, it gives you das Schlafzimmer. Schlafzimmer is bedroom. Das Badezimmer oder Bad. Das Badezimmer is your bathroom. Bathroom is where you take your showers, you wash your body. So that is das Badezimmer oder Bad. So you find a room with a bath oder Badezimmer. So you've seen this other extension of the house called a balcony in English. So in German it's called der Balkon. Der Balkon is a balcony, and that is not exactly a room but an extension of the house. Different apartments have different levels. So the ground level or the ground floor is called das Erdgeschoss. Das Erdgeschoss is ground floor. So you'll find that meine Wohnung ist on ersten Stock. Stock is floor. Stock is floor. So das Erdgeschoss is on the ground floor, und dann ersten Stock is first floor. Die Garage. Die Garage is also another room to mean garage, where we keep our cars. Garage. Die Treppe is not necessarily a room, but it is a part of the apartment where you take stairs. Die Treppe is stairs. Das Esszimmer. Esszimmer is dining room, a place where you have your meals. As a family is called a dining room, or Esszimmer. Das Esszimmer is dining room. Das Arbeitszimmer. Das Arbeitszimmer is home office. The office where you go to away from work is called im Büro. Büro is the other office which is not home office. So it comes from arbeiten, which means to work. So das Arbeitszimmer. Das Kinderzimmer. Das Kinderzimmer. Kinder comes from means children. So das Kinderzimmer is children's room. So you'll find a room where children sleep. So that is a children's room or kids' room, the way some people might say it. So that's So in German, we have different verbs to mean where you stay or where you live. So that is wohnen oder leben. Leben is to stay or live. That is why we have questions like wo wohnen Sie? Where do you live? So the place or the house in which you live could be an apartment. So apartment in German is known as Wohnung. Wohnung is apartment. So Wohn, and it is extracted from the word wohnen to mean where you stay. So we'd have different kinds of apartments or different places where you stay. So practicing these words will be of benefit to anyone, any learner who is learning German, to know where you stay, what type of apartment you stay in. Takes a lot of practice. To rent comes from the word to rent, which means mieten. Mieten is the verb to rent, but die Miete is rent. To rent is mieten, but die Miete is rent. How much you pay for apartment is die Miete, which means rent. So in German, we have different kinds of rent. We have monthly rent, which is die Monatsmiete, which is monthly rent. This is the type of rent you pay every month. Then we have Jahresmiete, which is year rent. So these all costing. How much does it cost? How much does the apartment cost? Because the apartment is feminine, we say sie to mean her. She should cost. So sollen is a modal verb which we use. So in this case, sie soll kosten, then you put the amount. We have two types of rent in German, that is Kaltmiete and Warmmiete. Kaltmiete, this is Miete minus Nebenkosten. Nebenkosten, those are bills. We'll talk about them later. So Kaltmiete is Miete minus Nebenkosten, exclusive of bills. So the Warmmiete is Miete plus Nebenkosten, which is inclusive of those bills. So having known the types of rent, you need to know what Nebenkosten means. Nebenkosten, these are bills. Kosten für Wasser, that is water bills. Elektrizität, that is electricity. Müll, garbage. Sicherheit is security. So when you find an apartment, you have to be careful whether it is Kaltmiete or Warmmiete. Remember, Nebenkosten, you can also order for an apartment and put what you really need in that apartment. If you're looking for an apartment with inclusive of bills for your rent, then that should include Nebenkosten. Exclusive of Nebenkosten, that is Kaltmiete. Please take note of that. It is very key and important. Since we've looked at apartments, so you're going to want one apartment which is furnished. A furnished apartment is called Mobiliat. Furnished is Mobiliat, and Mobiliat is unfurnished. Mobiliat comes from the verb because furniture, we said it's die Möbel. So if you find die Mobiliat, die Möbel, the furniture. So Mobiliat is furnished. Ich suche eine Möbliertwohnung, which means I'm looking for a furnished apartment. Ich suche eine Möbliertwohnung. I'm looking for a furnished apartment. Suchen, the verb suchen means to look for or search for. So ich is I. Ich suche. So to conjugate suchen in ich, first person, you, I is ich suche eine Mobiliarwohnung, which means I'm looking for a furnished apartment. That's it for today. We've been looking at apartment, eine Wohnung. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share these videos to your friends, family, and please pause if you've missed out anything. Pause, go back, always subscribe to my channel. More